Hey, what's up, Internet? This is the tour. This is episode number 3. Let's get it started. I'm kind of hyped up today. Um, if you don't know, the Fall Guys just came out today on PlayStation Plus. So I've been playing that a little bit today after work, and it's a lot of fun, man. If you get a chance, definitely get on that game. It's something new, a new royale style. It's different than the shooting games. It's more for fun. So if you get a chance, man, definitely look that up. So in today's podcast, we'll talk about the NBA, NFL, and Formula One. We'll keep it pretty simple for this week, going back to basics. So I do want to start with the NBA. We have about 3 games left. Playoffs are coming up August 17th. So it's next week. We're gonna have playoffs finally, where everybody takes it seriously. Because right now the bubble, it's been more like for fun. No one's really taking it that serious. So hopefully people take it more serious as playoffs start. Couple things I do want to talk about is number one, the Raptors. I personally don't believe the Raptors are real. They remind me of how they were in the DeMar and Lowry era, where they were just they were good in the regular season, but they were just okay. Like you didn't expect them to beat LeBron James or anything like that. Even if the Cavs had the worst record, they still wouldn't beat them. That's how I see them coming up. But don't get me wrong, they do have players. Pascal's a beast. They have really, really good bench, but they just don't have that spark or like that Kawhi Leonard type of player on their squad to get them above and beyond. Like, what's going to happen to them when they run into Giannis again, which they probably will? Because right now, Bucks number 1 seed and they're number 2 seed. I don't see the Celtics or Heat making any noise like that, so I don't expect them to make the Eastern Conference Final. So my prediction will be just Bucks and Toronto, and then the Raptors just get wiped because there's nobody there to help them stop Giannis. There's no Kawhi this year. So I don't know. They're playing well. They're a really good team. I just don't see them being that real. And moving on to like another team that's pretty good, but we just don't know what they'll do in the playoffs is the Portland Trail Blazers. So I don't know if you guys have seen this. Paul George um, mocked Damian Lillard when he missed the free throws in the game between the Clippers and the Blazers. And then Dame clapped back and just told him like, "Hey man, you keep switching teams. Like, what are you talking about? This chill the fuck out. You don't even need to be like talking about anything." So what happened with that one is the next game after Dame talks shit, he goes and drops fucking 50 points. This nigga's not joking. He's nice with it. Like he's one of my favorite players in the league. Like he should definitely be like up there with any guard you talk about. He brings it every game and he takes it personally. So, and I think when we talk about Paul George a little bit, where I don't think Paul George is elite. I think he's really, really good. Like he's a Chris Middleton category where he's so good, but he's not like a superstar. Because if you think about it, when he was in the Pacers, they were a really good team, but he never took up the next step. And then he forced his way to Oklahoma, and they were a really good team. And in the playoffs, he just fell apart. That's why they have the playoff peak and the joke going on. And now he's with the Clippers. He has to redeem himself. He has to show up in the playoffs and just like destroy everything. Otherwise, he'll just be a guy who's just getting carried around. Really good player, more a sidekick, not really a superstar. So for me, I'm tabling Paul George this side. I'm not really gonna be taken seriously like that. I don't know. I just see him like really good player, not a superstar level. On that one, it's Kawhi on that team on the Clippers. That's a guy who is definitely number one on the team. So yeah, I guess the next thing I just will move on to is Formula One stuff. So very interesting week, 70th Grand Prix. Yeah, I can't even talk today. Pretty much the basics before the race was Valtteri Bottas from Mercedes. He went ahead and got a new contract, and then went ahead and qualified number one. So yeah, we got Bottas qualify number one, and then what does he do? He goes to the race, pole position, uh, and then Hamilton number two, Max number actually no Hulkenberg number three, which is actually a good surprise because we needed somebody else, and then Max number four. Then Max Verstappen ended up winning the race in really crazy fashion because what they did was they managed the tires. Pretty much kind of Lewis was thinking like they might have had less air in the tire than everybody else, which allowed them to have a longer lifespan. And also kudos on Max because he called it out. His engineer was like, hey, we see that the tires are kind of getting worn out. Time to take it easy. He's like, fuck that. I see the Mercedes in front of me. We're keeping the same pace, and their tires are getting worse than we are. So let's just keep pace with them until they have to go pit. So they had enough laps to where they could just do a one pit, and that definitely helped them out. With their tires are all good, so kudos on Red Bull because you also had Albon fighting his way through the pack. He was killing it. And that's why I will say like he's only been in Formula One for maybe not even a full season yet, but like half a season before and half a season now. So he needs a whole season to learn the car and actually get better. So he'll get much better. So Red Bull is a team to watch out for coming up. Ferrari, Leclerc still killing it. I don't know how they're doing it. Well, no, I don't know how he's doing it because his teammate is nowhere to be found. It's obviously like everyone knows that whatever they have going on with Vettel, they don't like each other working with each other. It's a mess over there. They're just waiting for the season to end with Vettel so they can move on to Sainz and start over fresh. The next thing about Formula One I do want to talk about is Bottas as being the main driver. Personally, I don't feel he should be put number one over Hamilton, even if he qualifies number one. And I get it. Like like the companies don't care who wins what as long as they win. They don't care. But Bottas never puts up a fight. When someone's about to challenge him, he just lets him go and thinks like, "Hey, I'll just get them back again." No, make it as hard as possible for them. Bend the rules, skirt the rules. That's what Hamilton does. He skirts the rule. He just gives them enough space to where it's legally he can kind of talk his way out, but to the point where it kind of like makes it so hard for the other driver, they think the person's playing dirty. So the race results pretty much are Max number one, Hamilton number two, and Bottas number three. Um, and Hamilton's still far and ahead. He just didn't win this one. They had a little quick, light-hearted thing going on where Hamilton took the trophy for Max as a joke, like, "Hey, I'm used to winning this. I'll just take this one too." But a little quick joke there. On a quick racing point seriousness on the side. So the FIA um, did punish Racing Point, and they told them what you guys used for the Mercedes brake ducts in 2020 is illegal. And if you do have a chance, definitely go check a YouTube channel called Chain Bear, ChainBear, Chain Bear. He goes over this really well. So the issue was in 2019, the rules were, hey, it's okay for you to copy someone else's brake ducts design. That's what they did for the rear brake ducts. No, actually, the front brake ducts. Actually, am I getting this confused? Anyway, watch the video. He goes over it perfectly. This isn't a scientific podcast. It's just kind of get you all the news quickly. In 2020, they changed that rule to where you cannot use someone else's listed parts. You have to make your own. And the issue is they took their 2020 and they didn't change it enough. They just copied what Mercedes had. I think it's for the front brakes, and that's where the issue came in. And then half the team now are protesting because they said that the 400,000 and minus 15 points for each driver is not enough, and they need to be punished more. And that's what they plan on doing to protest to get more. And then Racing Point is like, hey, we got punished. But you have all these teams, Renault, Williams. I don't know even why Williams is like upset. Like You motherfuckers are like last. Like why? What? And also they're Mercedes too. Like you guys should not be protesting. You guys should be like, hey, maybe they should be able to use it so that maybe they can use it somehow. But anyway, what can I say? Interesting race overall. Um, I love that Max won. Red Bull's kind of he's always been there, so hopefully it makes it more interesting as the more season go. But this is more of a wake up for Mercedes that Bottas cannot be the number one driver. Hamilton has to be up front because he'll be a much better driver at holding off and just keeping the pace and make sure they win. Because I was thinking about like their relationship as Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Like Steph Curry is the engine for that team. Klay Thompson is a really really good player, but he's not like the person who pretty much if Steph is on the team and Klay's on the team, they're not even close to what they are. But you could take out Klay and you get 50% of what they are, you know? But you need both of them there to get the Golden State Warriors, the Splash Brothers. So yeah, that's what they need to do. Then they figured that out. I know Eagles gonna get hurt, but fuck it. Grown man shit. And the last thing I do want to talk about, speaking about grown man shit, is NFL. This topic pisses me the fuck off because you have pretty much what happened was Miles Garrett said, "Fuck it, I'm going to expose all these racist motherfuckers to the internet who send me shit." And that's what he did. He took his DMs on Instagram and posted them for people to see with people's names, which it's beautiful. This is what every athlete should do. Expose his dumbass fans who think that they can I don't know what these fans think they are. Like they think like they're kind of better than the player or like they own the player. I don't know, man. They're just idiots. It For me personally, I never look at sports that seriously. I love talk about it. I love to watch it, everything about it. But I'm never gonna go and attack another man or woman. I'm never attack them and tell them like, "Oh, you're shit," all that. No, no. I'm just gonna be like, you know what? They suck. And that's it. That's pretty much how the farthest I take it to. So these people just been going on DMs saying racist shit, and then one of them got exposed and got fired, as he should. Racism is alive and well. Keep telling people this all the time. Racism is alive and well in America, but people are turning a blind eye to it because, oh, none of my family does it. It's like, yeah, but your friends do it. Like this person, like his friends probably didn't know he was a racist, but if you ask Miles, it's like, oh, I would have seen that shit coming. Never reach that level if you're a fan. Just chill out, enjoy the games, enjoy the players. If they suck, boo them. You know, boo them. And if you're gonna try and go after a player, be funny. You have to be funny if you're gonna say mean things. You cannot be racist. You cannot be a bigot. Just say like, man, you suck. I play better than you, even though you never played football ever in your life. And yeah, they should get exposed and get fired from the jobs because it shows the kind of person they are. That's just my thinking about it. So I'm glad he's stand out for himself because obviously he can't like track the person down, beat his ass. So this is the best way to do it. Just expose them. And that's another thing too. Athletes need to stand up for themselves. And it doesn't mean fight fans or anything like that. No, just say like, fuck you, I'm gonna expose you, and the world will judge you. And we will. So yeah, I don't know, that's another episode. Episode 3 down today. Pretty short. I'm trying to keep it short now. Try and kind of like learn how to do this podcasting thing. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to come up with ways to how I can get better and how my topics can be more concise. Um, and if you can follow us on the Tour Pod on Instagram and also on the YouTube channel, that would be greatly appreciated. And I will see you guys next week. Have a good day, everyone. Peace.